Hey guys, it's Angie from Little Dumplings Nursery, and I'm here to give you a quick update on a couple of things regarding the BC Heatset paints. I've been working on my elf babies. They're over there on the racks waiting. I have yet to do nail tips, seal them with a matte varnish, and paint hair. So I wanted to update you on a couple of things I have learned and played around with and talked to Beatriz, which I was so excited. She actually reached out to me. She found my Facebook videos and said that she was happy that I was talking about them because she didn't have many people here in the United States to help answer questions and play around with this and that kind of thing. So I asked her about the paints being very transparent. She said that she gave me a link to a video that she has done on how to paint with the paints and how to thin it with the liquid medium. And I'm going to link that down in the bottom here at the video. And then also she said that just reminded me that when you're using the liquid medium, you do want to use a small amount of the liquid medium. It doesn't take a lot to thin the paint down to get a good color saturation and get it to work well on the vinyl. If you're wanting a wash, you would use more, and that's when you get the very transparent look. So I think a lot of us who've been used to thinning our Genesis down a lot have probably been using too much. So I also just want to throw in here that I did a couple of tests of my own that I don't have time to go into explaining. But anyway, and I did determine that this is indeed some kind of a oil, polymer oil or something. I'm not sure, but it does not heat set by itself. So mixing it with the paint, the heat set agent in the paint is what makes it all heat set. But this by itself doesn't appear to have a heat set agent in it from the test that I did. All right, so the other thing is if you're using a solvent, whether it be odorless mineral spirits or EcoHouse Extra Mild Citrus Thinner, she said be sure to use your thinning medium with your solvent to get the best response there, to get the paints to dissolve the best. And once again, the more solvent you add, the more watery you make your paint, the more transparent it's going to be. So you don't need to add a whole lot of that either. This product right here can be used by itself like it adds sheen to the lips and the nail tips. It can also be used to create textures. And she said, but if you do that, you will get a lot of shine that you'll have to matte down after you texture or some, whether you're texturing the cheeks or the forehead or whatever you want to do with it, then you'll have to matte that down. So just know that. And the last thing I wanted to throw out there is that we talked about the other day that I was using the EcoHouse Extra Mild Citrus Thinner. And I said to you all that it doesn't bother me allergy-wise or breathing-wise. And I was really surprised since it's made of purified mineral spirits and orange peel oil. But a really good friend of mine who is an artist who I think I've mentioned to you all before that I've talked to her about a lot of things. She said that she could explain that to me, that what it is the citrus oil that's in the mineral spirits combination there sits on top of it in the bowl so that when you're using it, you don't get the evaporation of the mineral spirits causing all the respiratory distress that you get with odorless mineral spirits, which is why this is actually safer to paint with because it doesn't evaporate into the air like that. It's less irritating, and it's also safer for classroom use because in a classroom you got a lot of people painting at one time, so you got a lot of this going on. But she also wanted to caution me or remind me or whatever that whether using this product or using odorless mineral spirits, that in both cases it can be absorbed through the skin, and the recommendation is that you do wear gloves, which y'all know I've not been good about, so I got to get better. So that's just something I wanted to remind everybody of. And then I've got some audio clips that I have gotten permission from Beatriz to share where she sent me some information this morning. So I'm going to be attaching them here as well. And hopefully you guys find this helpful. And I'll talk to you later. Bye.
Hi, Angie. I will try speaking English, but in advance, so sorry because my English is not so good. So if you need maybe I repeat something, please tell me and I will try my best. So no works very well with liquid solvent, but if you add yes, a thinning medium BC, you get the perfect, almost perfect texture for diluent BC Heatset paints, but I think the best product is liquid BC Heatset paints, liquid medium. And if the mix is translucent, maybe it's possible you add too much liquid medium in your mix. Let me show you one video on my YouTube where I speak how you paint with liquid medium. Yeah, I don't use too much liquid medium for my paint, only when I want to do wash or correct the color, final color. Yes, then I add more liquid medium and less paint if I want more translucent paint. But really, I don't use too much liquid medium in my paint for paint details or for paint hands or lips or details of the face, because it's super diluent and you don't need too much liquid medium for paint in reality. I think it's because the people thought that liquid medium is the same that liquid solvent, but it's not, because liquid medium is creamy, it's more creamy and like oil, and you don't need too much for paint. Maybe when with a bit amount in your brush, maybe only wet, you can paint a lot with not too much paint. I think it's more difficult for explain in audio, so maybe I will send you now this video where I explain you how paint with liquid medium BC Heatset paint. Let me show you.